Hi, my name's Jason Williams, and in this video I'm going to refurbish. They're going to do something about these ARB air hoses because I mean they're quite a few years old, but they're incredibly perished, and now at all the joints they're just leaking. They can't even hold air. You turn the compressor on, it's just straight out. So I've got some other line here. Got an array of hose clamps. I'm going to see if I can try to rectify as what I can, find the parts I need, because it might turn out that I need different bits and pieces, but I'll figure that out as I go along. And I've got two hoses to do. I need to do one hose mainly, so that I've got a hose in the shorty, and yeah, I'll just fumble around with this and kind of see what happens. I'll get a knife. I wanted to keep these, but if I have a hose to there, and a hose clamp on it, well, they're not going to fit regardless. And to get these off don't seem overly easy. I might see if I can take it off in the vise. But that doesn't seem very possible, but I will give... Oh, there we go. There you go. I can get it off in the vise. And looking at the way this end's crimped, there is no way I'm going to be able to get a hose on it. So that's that out the window. I will have to put a barb on the fitting, because ARB have their own special size fittings. Like, a normal air hose won't fit these, which is a little bit annoying. You kind of think, ARB, come on, why'd you do that? I mean, I get it, everyone will use their own stuff. Yeah. It's a bit disappointing, but yeah, I'll take this off and I might see... I mean, I know this hose is completely and utterly perished, but I might see how that comes apart. I'll first take this fitting off and we'll have a look at how this connection works. Alright, let's see. Oh, that was pretty easy, wasn't it? Come on, you. Gonna be stiff the whole way, aren't you? Alright, I think I see how the fitting works now. So that bit, when it does that, winds into the end, compressing it into there. So now that that's off, I should be able to get that out quite easily. Does it thread onto the hose? Nope. Oh, yes, sort of did. They plunged it in there, threaded it on, and then did that one up, and that squashed it. That's not going to work with this hose that I've got, because I've got heaps of this airline, or not heaps, but I've got a bit of it lying around from some old jobs. It's rated 300 psi, so it's enough. As for that, I'm gonna see if I've actually got some barbs that'll fit that. Let's go find that. Alright, so I've got these bunch of fittings, and now I'm going to set up and on this vise and cut all these little ends off so that it can wind on there properly. Otherwise, if I want to wind this straight on there, because they're all the same, all the fittings are the same size and have the same barb, and if I cut that little end off, oops, put the camera there. If I cut that little end off, that can then wind all the way in, clamp on properly. Yeah, cool. I'll have this sorted today. Alright. Cut all these little ends off. Should work okay. Just get a drill bit and give them a clean just to make sure I haven't got any burrs, and then I'll start installing them. Alright, chuck on only a very small bit of thread tape. These are BSB fittings. They'll mostly take up anyway, but I'll do this and go the same way as the thread, and not put too much on there, because if it bunches up, that'll be an issue. Understand you fit before. Yep, it does fit. It's just being a bit weird. That's plenty, and I'll do this to all of them, and I guess I'll then, once I've assembled the hose and cut it all to size, because I haven't cut the length of the hose because I didn't even know if this was even going to work. No way. They wouldn't want to be a different size. I can't believe it. Oops. And 17's miles too big for this. My gosh, they're all over the shop. 5/8 fits. As long as the barb's the right size, it'll be okay. Alright. I guess I'm going to have to check whether that is even going to fit. Doesn't look like it. Oh, that one doesn't even have a thread in it. That's why. I might have to tap that out. Wow, all the swath's still in and everything. It's not even finished. Well, that'll be why. That's okay, I can put a thread in that. Yep, that's better. You know, just was scrounging around buying bits and pieces, trying to find enough to make it work. Even then, I should have enough to make it work. Wonder what size you are. Maybe I'll go that way with this one. I do have a spare one. It's an older one sitting around here somewhere. I might see if I can find that. And that way I don't have to tap this out right now. Or do I? Typical of me. Wasn't even finished, was I? Oh, here it is. This old one. It'll do the job. Will do the job. 5/8. It's a 3/4 inch spanner and I had it in hand. There it is. That'll do that. Alright. Time to measure out some hose and cut it. Alright, well I only had enough hose to make two of these extension hoses which is just what I needed. And put that in the vise. Make sure we can get that on easy enough, which doesn't seem too hard. Oops, nice tight fit. And what I'll do is, you know, I've got 2 clamps per end, I think, because I'm going to put this I've got these really butch, or you know, these really aggressive type clamps, and look like they'll hold a bit of pressure. If I put one on there and the other one, well, it's not even going to catch the barb, so I'll put just one clamp on each end, because I was going to do that, and then I've got spare clamps that I'm carrying with me all the time. So, but either that's that one. Find the other end of the hose. And once, oh, come on. Right, with the other end of the hose here, and I'll get the opposite fitting. And I'll clamp that in. And don't have to go on this way. That's him, that's in. Now I can fill up the clamp. Not exact right size clamps, but They're the most aggressive ones I had for this kind of size. There we go. That should hold. So that's one hose. I can pair that hose together, right? Yep, that's one hose. Oh. Now for the second hose. Oops. Put it in there. Clamp it. I don't particularly like these type of clamps, and so I won't use them elsewhere. So if I use them on something like this, I don't really care if I have to service them. Alright. Well, I was considering cutting the tabs off. Then I realised, what if I want that hose clamp on the track for something else and I want it a bit bigger? I probably should leave them, I reckon. Alright, the next test now is to check whether they hold air and work. Alright, to check if this is working, I've got the fitting on the front of the cruiser and aired up with the engine running. A little bit of an air leak, but I don't think that's from my fitting. I think that's from the ARB fitting. Disconnect it. A little bit of an air leak from the inside of this. That's okay. That's now working, and so I guess I better make sure that both work. Got both hoses here. Alright. Yep. Well, that's done. Alright. That's it for this video. That's I've made those hoses. That's great. I was having trouble with the old ARB ones. They were leaking. You know, they bursted and well, they were no good. Anyway, 15 years, they've done a fair bit, so I managed to find this old hose that I had lying left over from another job, and managed to use it all up. I've got two hoses, one full-length hose and one that's ever so slightly about 800mm shorter, and that's okay. And yeah, because the last time I was out in the shorty, I went to air up after a day, and everything was falling apart, and I had to mix and match and carry things to the right spot and get everything correct, so I could actually air up, but this will make it a whole lot easier again. And yeah, so thank you very much for watching. I will aspire to see you in the next one. What'll that be? Who knows? More maintenance on this thing, I guess. Alright, cheers. Thank you very much. See ya.